Joy here from Charlotte Reflexology, and this is part one of the three-part mini-series called the Pyramid Protocol Experience. If you don't know what that is, what the Pyramid Protocol is, I have details on our blog, charlottereflexology.blogspot.com. And we'll put those details there for you so you can read a little bit more about what it is and what it does. This video is about what it's doing for me. The hard part, the challenges. I'm on week 4, which is the most intense week on the protocol. And there's been quite a few things that have come up for me. Now, what I am going to tell you are just what I've been experiencing through my own participation in the protocol. And nothing that I'm going to tell you is medical advice, is not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure. It's just for information. So if you know anything about me and my story, you know that I have been dealing with systemic candida for quite a few years. And in 2007, I embarked on the candida diet, which is no sugar and no sugar living. And that was my first introduction into special diets. And I created a blog a long time ago called justsayingno.com, where I had a lot of recipes and a lot of different techniques about how to live with no sugar. It's gone now, but I quite enjoyed that. But what I noticed is that though I did all of the dietary changes, I still had the candida. So this protocol was very interesting to me because of that. So the things that I have been going through feel a lot like what I used to experience when I first had candida. For example, I have brain fog. When I first started, I had a lot of brain fog and headaches. And what was interesting was that the headaches and the brain fog didn't last all day like it used to when I first encountered this, illness. But I still had it, and it was very intense. I did, I don't do drugs, and I don't do over-the-counter drugs. So I do have methods, and I did those methods in order to help clear my headaches pretty fast. I'll detail those in part 3 of the mini-series. The other thing that I have been experiencing are rashes. I don't think you can see pretty clearly this rash. This one's actually starting to diminish. But, my organs of elimination, my lungs, my liver, my kidneys, my bladder, my colon or large intestine have been working really hard. And when those organs are busy, then the liver is going to say or use another way to get things out of the body. And that was one of the ways to do it, was through the skin. Luckily, I didn't have rashes all over. I actually just had rashes on the wrists. And I'm very fortunate that that is the only place that it's been. It's been very manageable, but it did occur. The other thing that I have been going through, which is really challenging for me, is fatigue. So I've been doing my own healing practice. I've been doing my own Qigong practice for over a year now. And or actually more than a year. And I've gotten to the point where 5 hours, 6 hours of sleep was great. But when I started this protocol, my body needed much more time for rest. And I went back to 8 hours. Some days it was up to 10 because my body needed to shut down in order to get what's going through my body out. And sometimes I need to be resting in order for that to happen. So I've been doing my best to give myself the permission to get the rest that I need in order to heal. Now, this is going to be kind of gross, so if you are not interested in bodily functions, then you may want to turn this video off now. But I also had bowel changes. I had bowel changes in frequency and consistency. Some days bowels would be loose, some days bowels would be harder, but it just goes back and forth. Some days bowels would be full, some days bowels would be not. And just because I knew that I was going through this and the enzymes were working to break down scar tissue, to break down virus coatings so that the immune system can work on ridding those on its own, the bowels are going to be involved in getting rid of those things. Also, bladder and urinary frequency. Sometimes it feels like you have irritation when you go to the bathroom to pee. And that is something that is manageable, but it did occur. And the other thing that I've also noticed is some issues in the reproductive area. Feels like if you have systemic candida, not only is it in the reproductive area, but it's all over the bloodstream. So in the reproductive area, there has been some discharge, and I have been, doing the things that I need to do in order to relieve the symptoms of that particular issue. And some days it's not fun. Healing takes courage, and I'm dedicated to doing the whole protocol so I can get the whole experience. But I want people to know that it's not going to necessarily be take a pill and everything goes away. Healing goes in reverse. Sometimes you get old things come back up that you thought were gone, but actually were just suppressed. So this protocol is very powerful in letting me know that my healing work is not done and I still have a lot to do. So those are just a few of the things, actually it's probably most of the things that I've been experiencing while on this. And I wanted to share because when you're doing healing, you're not in it alone. But a lot of times people are not open enough to tell about what their experiences are. And I wanted to be one of the people who would open up and let you know that it's okay to share if you need the support and if you need the help. We're always here for our clients who are going through this, and we're always here for questions that you have with your own body. Now, what we tell you, of course, we don't say is anything that includes a diagnostic, but it's information, and maybe it will help ease the fear of going through this process. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up and like and share. And if you'd like to keep up with the chronicles of my healing and the happenings that are going on at Charlotte Reflexology, we're doing great work here. Please do subscribe to the channel. We update it very often with videos about food and about healing and clinic work and the growth of our company. This is Joy from Charlotte Reflexology, and I'll see you very, very soon in a new video.